If you guys enjoy my content and you want to see the channel grow, then consider hitting that join button. There's 3 tiers to choose from, and you get exclusive content here on the channel that's not available to other subscribers. Once you hit the join button and pick which tier best suits you, go over to the playlist. There's 2 different categories to choose from: past live streams as well as exclusive content only available for members, such as the Storm Nation live stream, which is a live stream every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. for the members, by the members, as well as other exclusive videos already uploaded on the main channel. All you have to do is click the join button, pick a tier, and then start watching exclusive content. Thank you all so much, and I hope you guys join the membership and become a part of Storm Nation. What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Once again, I am Robert Storms. Thank you, guys. We are live. Don't worry, I will be joined here shortly by the one and only Comic Chat, Mr. Daniels and Mr. Anzo. Very, very shortly, they are finishing up over on their channel, and they will be jumping over here shortly. Let me fix this camera. I'm so unprofessional. I'm so unprofessional. Still unprofessional. Still unprofessional. There we go. Camera's fixed. We are good. Just a couple things for everybody who is watching. We will begin to the main topic as always. You guys can submit your super chat questions by just simply sending in the super chat questions. All super chats are very much appreciated and welcome here on the channel. For all my mega members, my super troopers, well, what are they? My tier 2 and tier 3 members, which is my super tier and mega tier members of my exclusive Storm Nation content. If you go over to the community tab right now, I posted something for my members, for my super and mega tier members yesterday. It says, all super mega tier members, go ahead and submit one question for a special members only Ask Robert. List your question below, only one question per member. We had 6 members go ahead and do that, and we currently have 11 mega members and 11 super members, so that's a total of 22 members. We only got 6 questions, and we should have at least 22 questions. So if you are a mega tier member or a super tier member, please go ahead, find this listing on the community tab, submit your question, and I will be doing a special Ask Robert twice a month on the membership. So all 3 tier members will be able to watch the episode when it comes on, but only super tier and mega tier members will be able to submit the questions. So if you're a regular tier member, you can upgrade to a super tier or mega tier and then submit your question. Depending on how this goes, I might make this a weekly thing. So that might be something I do weekly, is where I go ahead and answer you guys questions on the Storm Nation membership, because I'm trying to do exclusive content for that. So that's going to be a show that I bring to the membership. Ask Robert will be for members only. All 3 tier members will be able to get it, but only super tier and mega tier members will be able to submit questions. So once again, if you're a super or mega tier member, go over to community tab, submit your comment. So yes, I am going to talk about the topic of the day. Once again, guys, if you want to submit your question, if you have anything you want to say, you can throw it in using super chat. Very much appreciated. And yes, so a lot of people, now I did a video earlier today, and a lot of people automatically commented on the video without even watching the video. Apparently that's something everybody does. I don't know, but today I did a video. Let me pop this thing up. Earlier today, I did a video, and it was called WandaVision Was Marvel's First Failure. And if this thing ever decides to come up, hold on a second. I'm running some technical difficulties here. Give me 1 second. Google Chrome is starting to fight me back here. Come on, Google Chrome, work. Come on, work. Hold on, guys. I'm running into some problems with Google Chrome here. Oh man, it's going all the way around. Okay, hold on. I might have to close all my windows. I'll be back in a second. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the hell happened with that. I have no idea what happened with that. I don't know. It went ape shit crazy on me. But as I was trying to say earlier today, I did a video on YouTube, and a lot of people left comments, and they didn't even watch the damn video. Let's be real about life here. We got 46 people watching, only 21 likes. Let's see if we can get that thing up to 25 likes, shall we? Meanwhile, I will pull up this video that I was trying to show you guys before everything went to hell with my web browser here. But yeah, so this was the title of the video, guys. If you guys haven't seen it today, it did pretty well. It's got 2,500 views on it. But WandaVision was Marvel's first failure. I don't know why that does not have the S in it, but well, let me do that now. Or there we go. So WandaVision, Marvel's first failure. Okay. And people left all kinds of comments on here going, how can you call this a failure? Blah, 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 blah. I need to do another show. Rod reads comments. But like, how do you call this a failure? It wasn't perfect, but it's definitely not a failure. Too much expectation. Blah, blah. Look, if you listen to the video, I never said it was a failure. You see that big ass fucking question mark there? I thought WandaVision was very successful in what it was trying to achieve. It was a origin story of Scarlet Witch. It was taking a character, like I said in my video, that been through nothing but pain since the beginning. She was an innocent kid. Her parents were killed. Then from there, she thought for 2 days that her and her brother were going to get blown up by a Stark Tech missile. Then she gets tortured by Hydra. Granted, they volunteered, but she gets tortured from Hydra. Then her brother gets killed. Then she does the whole thing in Sokovia and kills all those people, and she is blamed for it, even though she was trying to do good, which led to the Sokovia Accords. Then Vision died. So she was going through a lot of pain. Like, Endgame ended really well for a lot of characters. Even like Pepper, who lost Tony, she still had her daughter, you know? Like Wanda had nobody. And it was just her in this. We were just joined by Danny. I'm going to bring Danny in as soon as I finish up this one thought bubble that I have. But WandaVision was basically showing you her pain from the very beginning. And that's what the commercials, like, she was in so much pain that it manifested into this dream world that she could live the happy life of. And each commercial was just going through everything that she has been through, you know? But yeah, let's bring Danny in here. Mr. Daniel, what's up, buddy?
What's up, bro? How you doing? Sorry for being late, but
hey, no, you're good, man. I can hold down the fort for a little bit. But yeah, no, it's sort of
WandaVision.
Yeah, we're talking about WandaVision because the Superman topics didn't go very well last night. So I wanted to talk. Yeah. In turn, compared to our normal Storms Live videos, the two Superman ones I've done hasn't done so well. So I wanted to talk about WandaVision because I know Ando, and I don't want to speak for him because he'll be in here shortly. I know how he feels about the show, but or at least the final episode. And I'm just trying to explain. I did a video today trying to explain that I don't think the show was a failure. I used that as the title, but I put a question mark because a lot of people automatically think it's a failure. But this was Marvel's first crack at television. the MCU. You can't sit there and say Inhumans or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Daredevil. That wasn't attached to the MCU.
It wasn't Kevin Feige's. He didn't have his fingerprints on it.
Yeah. This was the first time they actually had actors from the Avengers in their own series.
That is true.
And when you look at it, and from my perspective anyway, and you kind of look at it just as an origin story of the Scarlet Witch, and I do think it set up a lot of stuff for the future. Her becoming Scarlet Witch ties right into Doctor Strange. Monica Rambeau, again, her powers can go right into two different things. It can either go into Captain Marvel 2 or the Nick Fury Swords series. The Skrull thing can go into Secret Invasion, because that's the second time we've seen Skrulls show up. Spider-Man Far From Home, there were Skrulls showing up at the end, and then that ties into things. So I don't think it was a waste. I just think it was a more personal, intimate story. Much like you get Infinity War, and then you watch Ant-Man, and you're like, well, this is kind of stupid. No, it's its own little thing. Not everything has to be this global scale. Like, I think people were expecting Mephisto to show up, and they're fighting Mephisto, and they can't handle when Doctor Strange shows up at the last second to help. Like, people expected so much, but they don't really look at what this was from the beginning. It was just it was a smaller thing. I do think Falcon Winter Soldier is going to be a bigger thing, because you look at the trailer, he shows Falcon flying through those canyons and just missiles up. I think it's gonna be bigger, but again, that's gonna be his origin story, becoming Captain America.
That is true.
So I
agree with you on this, Rob. Because we got ranked. Well, like we said on the Gina Carano thing, she said certain trigger words. There was trigger words said here. First trigger word: Luke Skywalker moment. You put it together, you're like, oh, we done lost our man. It's gonna be something spectacular, fantastic. It wasn't. Another thing that trolled us on, Paul Bettany said, there's an actor he's always wanted to play with. So we automatically went to big names. I've even heard Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. I heard those names. Fassbender and the guy playing Professor X, McAvoy. We all was speculating. I was caught up in it too, because I was like, man, that sounds like it's gonna be all right. Yeah. But then it didn't happen. So we based our likes and dislikes on something because it kind of
did happen. It kind of did happen. Paul Bentley.
He did.
He said there was an actor I always wanted to work with. Yeah. Guess what? He worked against himself. Yep. It was funny, you know. But you
gotta look at it like that, like it was a joke. Yeah. Like nothing. We took it literally. And then when it didn't happen literally, then we like, they're trolling.
And as the Luke Skywalker moment, where did people get that? Because I haven't seen anything where anybody said there was going to be
I think Paul Bettany said that in one of his, this is how I did it on my stream. This is how I explained it. The Luke Skywalker moment came about, somebody said it and it stuck. Kind of like how Gray Jedi stuck. It's not in any kind of canon. It's not in any books that I've read. It's not on any shows. But somebody said it in conversation, and it just stuck because the description was kind of on point, describing certain things. Nothing canon, nothing that's real. Lucasfilm never came up with that word, but that word sticks. I think that Luke Skywalker moment stuck. Somebody said it. I think somebody told me Paul Bettany said it, and it kind of stuck. What's up, Bonzo?
What up,
man? And I just think we got kind of pulled into the hype. And like I said, I know there were certain theories that I was following. I was like, man, that sounds like it's going to be all right. And initially, like when I talked to Anzo tonight, the morning of, I was like, man, that was kind of underwhelming. And I was basing the underwhelmingness I felt on the theories that I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I read, following another YouTuber, what's the guy's name? Everything Always. He said one of the final scenes was going to be the rabbit was going to turn into Nightmare. So I was like, oh man, we going to see that. So I was like, I wouldn't mind seeing that. That shit ain't seen no signs of Nightmare nowhere. but somebody told him. Somebody gave him the right script on season 8, but gave him something totally jacked up on episode 9. So You gotta watch that stuff.
See, I didn't go like when I watched WandaVision a lot different than other people did. I didn't go through and watch all these explain videos after. I think maybe I watched 2, and that was after episode 4 and after episode 5, right? And then I noticed I started falling for this shit. I remember showing my girlfriend. I'm like, there's a picture of Mephisto in the fucking poster. She's like, where? And I zoomed in to this picture of the wallpaper. She's like, see? She's like, it looks like a dot. I'm like, no, it's got horns and shit, right? So I started buying into it, and then I was like, all right, I'm going back on this shit because I don't want to get sucked into something and not have it come true. Now, I was on here and I was talking about speculations. Like I remember saying, yeah, I think it would be great if Ultron showed up and that the other Vision was Ultron, and then Evan Peters was Mephisto. But when that didn't happen, I remember watching the episode, and I finished watching it, and I just sat back in the bed and I looked at it, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't care if it makes me sound like a pussy or not. I cried. I cried the first time I watched it. I cried the second time I watched it. When she started telling, like when she was saying goodbye to the kids, that hit me. And when Vision asked, like how was he made, and she goes, "You're a part of the Mind Stone that's in me," and then she starts explaining all this, and then she's like, most of all, love. Like I started tearing up because this is the second time she had to say goodbye to him, right? And I started just judging it, going, yes, all this shit didn't happen, but when you look at it, who said that shit was gonna happen? We all thought it was gonna happen. No one came out and said that shit was gonna happen. You know?
Is that Spider? First off, is that Spider-Man shirt?
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. That shirt is fire, bro.
I had this shirt for years. I can never fit into it.
Yo, that shirt is badass. And before I get into it, I just want to say, I was watching some videos because I seen you posted the hotel that you had.
Yeah.
There was one scene where your girl's recording you and you're walking. I was like, Rob look like he's walking like a pimp. Look at the limp on the way he's walking right now.
That's the way I walk. She like, you got swag. I'm like, yeah, that's the way I walk.
Boy, it's amazing what a woman can do for you, boy.
Yeah, for real. Now, for me, okay. It wasn't because of the theories why I didn't like the episode. It had nothing to do with that, because I was even on the show with you and I said, I don't think we're going to see Mephisto and all these guys, right? There's just little things that bother me. Like you said, that scene with Wanda and the kids was emotional, but for me, it didn't hit me. I thought it should have been a lot more emotional. Like, I think she should have been crying. She should have been bawling, like going off. You know what I mean? And that's my issue. I didn't think it was more that emotional. I think Monica Rambeau was wasted, right?
It was her origin, though.
Whose?
Monica.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, at the last episode, the last fight, the last, you know,
should have gave us more than what they showed us.
Quicksilver.
I can't escape this sucker. I cannot escape him.
You know, when
did you really think I wasn't going to come on this show with the title like that? You didn't think I was going to try to come in here? Are you freaking kidding
me? You see,
sorry, Anzo, go ahead.
It's okay. I just thought that the fight scene, like when she took down Quicksilver, it was too easy. Like, this guy has, like, first he touches her and she goes flying.
I thought that shit was funny though. He was like, "Buddy, we'll go get pop."
Yeah, that was funny. But when she takes him down, I was like, that was too easy. And the boner joke just did not hit for me at all.
Oh yeah, that was a little childish. I'll be the first.
Yeah,
one. He's like, boner.
Yeah, the boner joke.
Well, no, because think about it. It was the first time where a whole bunch of people got a boner at the same time. We all got boners at the same time, man. What the hell? Not the good kind. Not the good kind.
You know, so
Lord.
But all in all, the series, I liked the series. It was just, it fell flat to me. And like I said, it's not because of the theories. It really wasn't, because I'm not the guy. I made my theories. At the end of the day, I have my theories, but it's like, I'm not one to say, oh, well, my theories didn't come through, so it's crap. No, if you still do a good story and my theories don't come through, hey man, so be it. You know what I mean?
There's one theory that had me, boy. I mean, I was believing this. That one where somebody said, you see how the 6 things around on the wall and the one in the middle, That's the 7th.
Infinity Stone.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Infinity Stone.
I think I have that here. I think I have that here.
So look that shit up. I was like, I know it was trying to pull me into that bullshit in your mind. My guy was throwing
this right here. This right here,
man. For about 2 weeks, man. About 2 weeks, you
that
had
right here is the proof.
I was like,
damn pictures on the wall, man.
and I'll be the first one to tell you, and LDG can confirm this. Whenever he was saying his theories, I'm like, bro, that's not gonna happen. Bro, that's not gonna happen. Like, come on, bro, that's not gonna happen. Like, really? So I wasn't into it. Wasn't because of the theories. Like I said, it's just for me, it fell flat to me. Like I would have liked to have seen Monica do more, and then when she saves the kids that aren't even real, I was like, really? Like the kids aren't even real. Plus they have powers. And I guess I thought about it. Maybe she didn't know they have powers. That's why she did that, right?
She never met them before.
Yeah. And then she wasn't sure if they were real or not. So I can get past that.
The one thing I seen I want to talk about is someone left a comment like, so why did Hayworth get arrested for? What did he do wrong? And I was like, he literally went against orders because they explained it early on. Because John Woo was like, if you do this, you're breaking the law or whatever. And that's when he called the cops. Like, can you get here under the hour?
Yeah, no, and I get that too. But another thing too is you're arresting Haywood, and Comic brought this up. But you let fucking Wanda walk away. She was torturing these people for how long? You know what I mean? There should have been some repercussion for that because they still have the Sokovia deal.
Yeah. So, well, she's still wanted. So, but at that point, who's gonna try to arrest her?
Yeah, exactly. that I understand.
Touch her.
I'm kind of confused too. Now, I thought at the end of Far From Home, Nick Fury was just now creating Sword.
He was in space overseeing Sword.
Mm-hmm.
So he should have known about that guy. He should have been giving that guy orders if he's the Supreme Commander. Is that not true?
Well, if he's in space, he probably doesn't know everything that's going on Earth, especially because look at this. Nick Fury didn't know what the hell was going on in Winter Soldier with Robert Redford's character, and that was happening. And like Hydra infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. for years.
But he answered to them. That's why he didn't know, because he had to answer to like that board of people that was on that we could never see their faces. So he was the head of S.H.I.E.L.D., but he wasn't actually. He had a boss answer to, which was Robert Redford and those other people.
Yeah,
but the Sword thing, he is it. So he should know what's going on Earth.
Is he in charge of Sword though? Because
that's the thing.
Because
we don't know if he is.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like Monica Rambeau's mother was in charge of Sword.
That's what they said, yeah. They said she was the founder of Sword. But at the end, that end credit scene where the Skrull comes in and looks up someone, that's Nick Fury.
That's Nick Fury, yeah.
That's Fury. It's gotta be.
Because Nick Fury sent 2 Skrulls to impersonate him and what's her name in Far From Home.
Yeah. Shit, what was her name again?
Tap again. He's still talking? I couldn't hear that.
So the time frame looks a bit off though.
Maria Hill.
Maria Hill, that's it.
Yeah. Well, we don't know how long this takes place after. We don't know how the timelines go in. Did Far From Home happen first? Did this happen first? We don't know, especially with COVID hitting. Everything because Falcon Winter Soldier is supposed to come out before WandaVision.
This is 5 years. This is 5 years after the snap. I thought.
Yeah, it takes place 5 years after the snap, but the end game though.
No,
this happens days
3 weeks after the snap.
Back.
After the blip, 3 weeks after they came back.
Yeah.
And I can't remember when Spider-Man Far From Home was.
I think it's about 5 years.
No, not after. No. Spider-Man Far From Home wasn't 5 years after the blip.
Spider-Man Far From Home took place 5 years after Infinity War.
Yes, 5 years after Infinity War.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like 6 months after Wanda, from what I'm hearing. From what I was seeing.
Okay.
It was about 6 months after Wanda, but it's been 5 years since the blip. That was Wanda. It happened weeks after everybody came back.
Took place after Endgame, correct?
So does WandaVision.
Yes, 6 months after WandaVision. WandaVision happens right after everybody comes back from the blip. Right? Like literally days after everybody comes back to life. That's when WandaVision happened. Far From Home was about 6 months after WandaVision, and then you have No Way Home or whatever. That's supposed to happen after Far From Home.
Far From Home, yeah.
It just said they had enough time to make swords. What I was trying to get at.
It was the one that it was the Black Widow is supposed to be the one that happens before.
Yeah.
Right before everything.
Yeah.
And then Captain Marvel 2 is, and all the other ones are in the future. Captain Marvel 2, the Doctor Strange is supposed to be the end of it all. It's supposed to be that's like the next end game. But yeah, I mean, as far as WandaVision is concerned, was it a failure? No, obviously they already have our money. So no, as far as money is concerned, was it a failure? No, as far as fans are concerned, was it a failure? Pretty damn sure this failed in a lot of people's eyes.
I would say
maybe
50,
in some of them.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe 60-40.
I wouldn't even call it a failure. You know what? I wouldn't even call it a failure because at the end of the day, people were watching, people were talking about it, roundtables, videos over here and there. They may not have liked what happened in the end, but a failure, hell to the no. I wouldn't even say that.
So right now, I don't know if you care about Rotten Tomatoes or not, but season 1's got a 91%. I mean, there's only one season, and it's got an audience score is 81%.
Yeah, that's
So for an audience score, you're looking at 19% of the people weren't happy with the overall show.
Mm-hmm.
But we know Rotten Tomatoes is skewed. It's not exactly a
we know
pure data set.
We know, but you can get at least a range of what the people are liking or whatnot, even if it seems like it could be, sometimes it can go either one way, the other way. That's how they do it, their platform. But at the end of the day, you can still get a gauge or a range of what people are liking. Yeah.
Because if it was like 50%, then we could say, well, 50% of the people were disappointed and 50% liked it. Mm-hmm. Whereas this one, it's at least 80% of the people like it, 20% don't like it.
At the end of the day, we can't deny what the series did, man. You know what I mean? It got us talking. We did a roundtable every week, man. So
it was
anything would have gotten us.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't absolutely boring to the point where it just completely sucked. I'll give you that. But as long as it does that, of course we're going to talk about it. Well, I'm not giving WandaVision any credit just because YouTube channels talked about it. YouTube channels talk about a lot of stuff all the time. We were going to talk about it no matter what.
So do you just break down frame to frame of every show that sucks then?
No. You have to be worthy of that. I just don't do that to any piece of trash or any freaking storyline you have to trigger something. And WandaVision did trigger something. It's like I said in the WandaVision roundtable. It's like a bowling lane. They set up the pins perfectly. They shined up the lane real nice and shiny. They went for their turkey. They bowled the first strike in the first 3 episodes. They bowled the second strike in the next 3 episodes. And then instead of nailing that turkey in the last 3, they turned the viewer into one. Okay? That's basically what happened. They did not stick their landing. Everything was beautiful. Loved it. I enjoyed the time I had it. But they did not stick the landing. It could have been a perfect series, and they just gave us the bare minimum at the end of the day. Not to mention that on top of that, there were continuity issues, there were editing mistakes, there were blatant just mistakes that a first-year college student wouldn't make. And only just mistakes, but mistakes that actually led us to believe stuff. This wasn't just the camera shot changed and the thing on the table is angled at a different perch. These were like serious mistakes in editing that made the viewer think, "Oh, wow, that must mean this." And that
you know what LDG is? You know what LDG is? He's one of those guys that go to a therapist and they show him an ink picture. And he comes up with a million different theories on, like, what's this? Dude, it's just a fucking spot. No, it ain't a fucking spot. It's a dark hole that's going to suck in every motherfucking person in the world. And if you look inside that motherfucking hole, it's like, dude, you can literally break down any show, any movie, and break down any little thing and say, oh, this is going to mean this, or this is going to mean this. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they do it. For example, this is a horrible example, but just go with me. The first Twilight movie, they shot a scene where he holds the apple in his hand, right? Doesn't mean anything about him liking apples. It was just to pay homage to the cover of the book. Sometimes they want to do that. Sometimes they want to show homage to the comic books, to the characters. So they put these little Easter eggs in. Walking Dead does it all the time. All the time. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean they're setting up anything. Doesn't mean like you have to zoom in a frame and look at the tombstone of Quicksilver going through because it means something. Not everything means something, man.
Yeah, but see, that's BS. Even I wasn't going that far. I can understand the difference between a randomly placed Easter egg or even a cutely done, ingenuitely done Easter egg. They specifically put certain things in here to lead into certain things. You can't just say you're not going to go see a movie that doesn't do that. That's the whole point of a story, to lead certain things that we're going to go in there.
You never
sorry, I have someone else in my ear real quick.
You never seen Force Awakens then, huh?
But also though, like Rob said, like you put yourself into a lot of those situations. You literally said Meatloaf was the reason why Ultron was going to be there. You know what I mean? You put yourself
minus the missing context of the meatloaf joke. Okay, all right, I get it. Very cute, very funny. I'm sure everybody's laughing. Okay, I am not going to. I said this before. I'm not going to be held responsible for liking something and loving something, because any fanatic, anybody who cares about something that big, whether it's Dragon Ball or Star Wars or Star Trek, you're gonna do this, and I'm not going to take any blame for doing that. I had fun. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Now, I will give you that on some stuff. We all can be some fanatical. I'll give you that one point. But what I'm saying is, don't you think that it's possible that some movie makers just make movies just to fuck with people, just to put stuff in there that ain't?
Yeah, and I hate that. I hate that.
That is what happened here. Kevin Feige,
exactly, and that's what I hate about it.
But you can't. But
I can what?
Right now, he's in a position where he can do no wrong, because guess what? As much as you hate how he did that, you're gonna watch Doctor Strange 2. You're gonna watch whatever they put in there. So I'm
gonna watch Doctor Strange 2, but he put a very big hander on a number of people wanting to watch. Even Comics Division said that he might not watch Winter Soldier because of this.
That's just
now that Kevin Feige kind of there's millions of people who think like him, and me as well. There are millions of people who think like you. That's the point. The point of the matter is
trying to boycott The Last Jedi, and the movie still made over $1 billion. So
yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, I understand that. Like I said, the last time that the human race actually stood together and actually did something by meaning it is when I heard the words "I have a dream." Until then, I've never seen a boycott, a real, true boycott. And Disney fires Gina Carano. Do you think I saw millions and millions of people ghosting Lucasfilms or Disney? No, only a small group did. They didn't piss off enough people.
I'll tell you what. I don't care I didn't care if I hated WandaVision, right? I did really like the show. I thought it was great. But even if I hated it, that wasn't going to prevent me from watching Falcon Winter Soldier.
Facts.
I don't.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
I expected to hated WandaVision. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be the worst out of all the series. I wasn't excited for this one at all. I thought it was going to be absolute trash, and it wasn't.
That was like me. Can you imagine if I said, "Oh, I hate Thor: Dark World so much, I'm never gonna watch another Marvel movie"? It's like that's so fucking stupid. And to me, if you want to be childish and go, "I'm not watching Falcon Winter Soldier because of WandaVision," then guess what? That's your problem, you know. But you know, if you are a fan, you take your hits, man. You take the high. It's just like a football team. You don't stop loving your team because they suck. I've been a Buffalo fan for years. We sucked most of my life. It's like you don't.
And I can agree with that. And again, I don't think per se that people are not going to watch it, but you understand that you have to read between the lines. Even if I said, I'm having a hard time watching, or I'm not going to watch something, I'm still going to watch it. But it, basically meaning that it better be freaking good, because I'm on my last wit's end. Same thing happened with Star Trek and the JJ series when I got pissed off after the first. I mean, it took 3 JJs for me to say, that's it. Check, please. I'm done. Okay?
So Star Trek come out next year. You're not going to watch it?
He hasn't even seen Star Trek Beyond, have you?
Oh, Star Trek Beyond was beyond piece of shit. Yeah, no, I've seen it.
What?
No,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
saying,
sorry. Yeah, Beyond was absolute
I'm
trash.
saying a new Star Trek come out next year. You're not gonna go watch it?
Of course, I'm going to watch it. If it's JJ, most likely not. But if it's not JJ, yeah, I'll watch
everybody talking this bad stuff about JJ. I'm telling you, if JJ make a Black Widow man, my ass is there first night, front row. Then I'll be able to decide whether or not it's shit. But I'm not gonna say JJ touching it that is shit. I'm not gonna say that.
JJ did one thing. You know what JJ did? He only did one thing good. He tore down the wall between Star Trek fans and Star Wars fans. Okay, because when I was growing up, there was a fine line between the two. We hated each other. And the only thing that brought us together was JJ, because he fucked both of our stories up. And now we're standing together.
I ain't never hated nobody. I like both of them.
Let me get to these two super chats real quick. Devante? I gotta hope I said that right. I loved WandaVision. I've been reading, guys. I agree with Rob. It was an origin story of the Scarlet Witch, and we will see the big bads. And Doctor Strange too. Here's the thing, because I do have another super chat I want to get to after this. But can you imagine if we were all watching Doctor Strange 2 and Wanda just showed up in the full Scarlet Witch getup, doing all this magic? We would all be like, how the fuck she learned all this? Where'd she get the costume from? That's where WandaVision filled in that blank.
No, they could have done flashbacks. They could have done a little something. Again, WandaVision, the series WandaVision is 3 episodes.
Do you just wake up pissed off about everything?
Yeah, I'm very, very.
If people say I don't like anything,
very strict. I'm very strict, bro. I want quality freaking work. Okay, I was potty trained at gunpoint. I learned how to pee real fast. Okay, I don't let just everyday bullshit pass as your problem good work.
Right there. There was serious. If you was potty trained
but you know what? The same person. Yeah.
If you was potty trained at gunpoint, there is your problem right there. You were traumatized as a baby.
My father was in the service. That's why.
I was in the service. I got a son. I didn't potty train him at gunpoint.
My dad was in the service. He didn't potty. He just beat my ass. But Jake said, I'd say Disney is one of the only companies that can have justly bad films. No company can be around for as long as them without a few flops.
Oh my God, he said something that actually pertained to what we were talking about.
Yeah. You know why? Because we don't have Adam on the show.
Where is Adam? He missed like 4 shows.
Adam's only going to be on Mondays and Tuesdays now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't want to say that because now all of his fans aren't going to come on. Because now Jake's now I only got to watch on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, because on the weekends he's over his girlfriend's house, and then on Wednesday, Thursday I don't stream. On Fridays he's working late at Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and just for the record, the same people who are talking, saying that okay, we got something good, and I'm saying here it should have been a million times better. If we would have gotten my version, the Pixels cut of WandaVision, you still would have been happy. Matter of fact, it would have been the bomb because it would have had definite freaking ties in to not only Captain Marvel but Doctor Strange and done it justice. Okay, if nobody can argue. Can you even argue that the tie-ins that even Kevin Feige said there were bullshit? The tie-ins to Captain Marvel, bullshit. Tie-ins to Doctor Strange, bullshit. There were little literally molecules of breadcrumbs given to us that ties WandaVision into it.
Okay, I got to get to these super chats. But I just want to say, if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass when it jumped. I'm just saying. You keep saying if. Like if we got the pixel cut, like dude. How do you know people would like the pixel cut? You would like the pixel cut, but how do you know other people would like the pixel cut?
Facts.
Because the pixel cut would have given the pixel cut would have done their homework and actually listening. Kevin Feige says he doesn't like case studies, asking the people what they want, what they would like, because the pixel cut would be actually taking the input from the viewers and actually saying, okay, let's consider this, let's consider this, let's consider this.
You can't make a product that way. You know why? Because Warner Brothers did it, and they are still failing.
Warner Brothers are morons.
But hold on.
Warner Brothers are morons. Who the hell are they?
You look at other companies that course correct their shit because they listen to the feedback. Yeah, look at Rise of Skywalker. You don't have to like Last Jedi, but for the love of God, Last Jedi is at least a competent, put together film compared to Rise of Skywalker because they listened to everybody's feedback on Rise of Skywalker and they gave everybody all that. You look at Warner Brothers, course correct every fucking time there's any kind of complaints about it. Kevin Feige's been successful for over 10 years because he doesn't listen to that shit. If you would have listened to the fans, Cap would have said Avengers Assemble in the very first Avengers movie, which means the Endgame scene would be pointless at that point. You know, you have
Depends how you do it.
You have to stick to your guns and not let outside voices control you. Anyway, I got 3 super chats. JJ only produced Beyond. Yes, Simon Pegg wrote it. I actually love Beyond. Oh my God, he disappeared. He put his cloak invisibility on, and we lost Danny.
1 second.
It's okay, I'm still here.
You know, you're a lot calmer than I thought you'd be. I thought you'd be like LDG down there, like, man, fuck this shit, blah blah blah.
And the series was good. I mean, I can't deny it. It's just some things that I didn't like about it. Like I said, nothing to do with the theories. It's just I felt like some of the stuff they did fell flat. That's it.
Man, LDG's trying to give me a seizure, man.
Oh, he's giving me a seat, bro. I went through this shit for a month straight.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm fucking dizzy or it's like I feel like I'm in the fucking quantum zone. New Rufus says, think about it. It was COVID. Certain actors could not fly in to shoot, so the script had to be rewritten. I guarantee Doctor Strange was the show. I don't buy that because I think a lot of that was done before COVID hit. Most of that production was already written, filmed, and all they had really left to do was edit when COVID hit. Yeah. Falcon Winter Soldier only had 1 day of shooting left when COVID hit. Yeah. So, yeah, all that, I don't buy the COVID thing, New for Rufus. And then we got a big super chat coming from Nightwolf729. How would you have wanted MCU Spider-Man to turn out? Man, that's a trigger sentence. I personally wanted it to be like Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon. That would have been awesome with the storytelling and comic accuracy. I want to hear all y'all's opinion. Okay, I'm gonna go first because I don't want to have a seizure or a stroke, you know. But look, I
switch scenes.
No, yes, yeah, make it stay still if you can. Okay, that's better. That's better.
That better?
That's better. Yes.
Put me back in the freaking WandaVision.
But. Look, I have no problem with Tom Holland. I have no problem with his portrayal of Spider-Man. I think he's a good Peter Parker, good Spider-Man. I like the villains. I like all the actors. I like everything about it. I just get away from sucking Tony Stark's dick all the time. That was the only thing I really didn't like about it, right? If you're going to take Zendaya, make her MJ, fucking make her MJ. Don't make her look like this homeless girl that does it. She looks like she takes less showers than Adam. You know, you know, because if they would have had Zendaya look like that in the first movie, and then in the second movie she gets like all dolled up and gets some makeup done and her hair done, and she shows up and goes, "Face a tiger, you hit the jackpot." I'm like, boom, thank you. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to actually make her MJ. You know, but to me, it feels like they did the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, and that doesn't feel like Spider-Man to me. So. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. You guys can comment on it if you want.
Personally, I like I said, I didn't really have an issue with the way he played Spider-Man or anything like that. I thought he did a pretty good job. Maybe the not being so much on Tony Stark's dick other than that, you know. But other than that, I didn't have an issue with him.
Yeah, I like him. I want to be a little bit more. I like the more adult Peter Parker versus the teenager Peter Parker, because to me, a teenage Mary Jane trying to be sexy is nothing that's going to really appeal to me. The grown-up version of Mary Jane, sexy and hot. Like I've seen in the cartoon, she going out like that T-shirt and kind of underwear. I like that. I like that look better. Zendaya just doesn't do it for me as far as that look. But get more adult now, like you know, the best Spider-Man. You know who that is.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Mr. Garfield.
Oh,
just put him back in the scene. And they can bring back old girl. I don't know if they can't because she's dead, but make a sexy redhead for Garfield. Yeah, I'm feeling that. So
yeah.
I don't know. I think what they're doing is they're doing a what do they call that? A paradigm shift. where they're.
I know what you mean though.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They're trying to shift it like through a generation. They're trying to break a generational wall.
Yeah.
They're not trying to make Spider-Man those for like us, the older audience. They're trying to make it hipper. They're trying to bring it down because they know that there are more underage people than overage people, and underage people are going to be getting the streaming services. They're the ones who rip apart social media. They make money off all this, all this publicity they get on Twitter, on YouTube, and Facebook, and all that. They make money on that, so they're switching. They're switching with their perspective. Now, I personally think what they're trying to do with Spider-Man is something unique, and that they're trying to merge the perception of Spider-Man in the theaters towards the video game. They're trying to. At least I get that feeling, especially now with the whole multiverse, right? Because what are we seeing in the video game? This whole multiverse Spider-Man, a million different Spider-Mans, different versions of Spider-Mans. And I think that's what they're trying to do. But overall, I think they are trying to do a shift and of course, for money, because they're seeing that it's making more money in the long run.
That's But how much of that? I mean, look, and much like Anzo, there's things about Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home that I like. It's just overall, I don't like them. No, like I'm not boycotting, No Way Home because I didn't like the first two. I'm still gonna watch it. Hopefully I get that good one. Devontae says, "How do you think the events of Loki will play in future MCU movies?" I think it's gonna. I don't know. LDG. What kind of?
Rob, check the
I don't know.
Rob, check the private chat.
They're gonna do this whole time thing and time police and breaking up different timelines and what happened, what could have happened. Hello. Oh, there we go. So how is it going to affect the MCU? I think it might set the stage, but I don't want to theorize too much because just like happened in WandaVision, they're going to make it look one way, but just keep it within a self-contained bubble because their main idea is that you want to know the story of the movie by only watching that movie. So having Loki affect other movies is going to call in question that you're going to have to watch Loki for it to make sense.
Yeah.
So if they do any kind of entanglement, it'll be very loose, something that they can do a flashback on later, but not in the grand scheme of things dictate any humongous changes. I think it'll be a self-contained story. I think there'll be conflict, some kind of thing that needs to be fixed. And in the end, it will be fixed, but then maybe slightly lead into something else. But overall, I don't think it's going to be a huge thing.
I think he's going to jump into different movies because they write it right. It can be very entertaining. And
I don't even want to hear you speak right now. If they write it right, you know what? I don't even need to be hearing that from you right now. Okay, because if they would have wrote Wanda right, we would have had a banging freaking show. Telling me if they would have wrote it right.
I thought we did have a banging.
I will be silent then.
I think it's gonna. I think he's gonna play into different I think he's gonna go around and fuck around with the multiverse. How that ties into anything, I'm not entirely sure. I would have to wait and see what they're going to do with it because, as far as I know, he's gonna be arrested by like the time police. Yeah,
AVP.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll see what happens.
We've already seen that he doesn't hold a candle to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange can manipulate him, so I don't know whether he's gonna try and get the upper hand over Doctor Strange or whatever, and we never can tell.
Yeah. And then they threw in a $5 super chat. I vote Kraven for No Way Home because he's like the only big Spider-Man villain we haven't seen in the movie yet.
I agree with you, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Kraven. I don't know, but they already announced all these other villains in it. So are they gonna bring in its own villain? Like I don't.
Not a fan of Kraven.
Perfect Kraven would be. I know it's not gonna happen, but if it will, it would be Jason Momoa. He has the look. He has that same swag that Kraven has. Yes, he does.
Who was the guy we were talking about, Danny? We were on the other show. I forgot the guy's name. that he was a perfect Craven. The guy looks the perfect spot. Momoa just, I give him Aquaman, but I can't see him as a Craven. I can't. But there was that one actor. Do you remember who we were talking about? Were you on that? Damn it, I can't remember
the
the
conversation, but I can't remember the actor.
Yeah, there was an actor that looked like he's got it. He's got the hair. He's got everything. Perfect freaking match. Now, whether or not he could play the role.
Well, the actor did.
What about Pedro Pascal?
No.
Some people are saying Keanu Reeves. I'm like, fuck no, man. I'm tired of people casting Keanu Reeves for everything.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. I could not. No.
You don't have the physique that Craven has.
You know who would be a badass Craven the Hunter though? Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman.
I said Hugh Jackman once. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, Mr. John Wick. Hell no.
No, everybody cast Keanu Reeves. You guys do know Keanu Reeves is not really that great of an actor, right? Like he's good, but he's not. He can't do any role.
He's not Oscar.
Yeah,
caliber.
he literally plays Keanu Reeves in every fucking movie he's in. It doesn't. It's not like he has a huge range of acting chops, guys.
Trying to look it up now because this guy is. I remember
that conversation.
Which conversation?
I just don't remember the guy.
Anzo
might remember. Anzo, remember when we were talking about Craven and it was like one person or Keanu Reeves, but was the other guy that I was like, dude, he's a perfect match.
It was the dude from the
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban, yeah.
Yeah, Nightwolf just sent in a super chat.
Yeah, it was Carl Urban.
Carl Urban, that's who it is.
I like Carl Urban for that role too.
Yeah, me too. I think he would do a good job as him.
That was it.
I don't want to see Keanu Reeves because Keanu Reeves is too monotone. He's like a one note actor. Like everything, every movie he's in is the same. He's the same.
That's what I just said.
He was perfect for Matrix, though. I think he was a really good pick for Matrix.
I can agree with that. But if you watch Matrix and you watch John Wick, it's basically the same
guy. And watch Speed, like any Keanu Reeves movie, it's just Keanu Reeves playing Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
he doesn't have like a huge, like he's not a chameleon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I agree with you.
There's some actors like James McAvoy. Like if you would have told me the guy from Split would have been if you would have told me the kid from Wanted was gonna be Professor X and he was gonna be the best Professor X. I mean that's debatable in my opinion. He's the best.
I agree.
I was like, there's no way that guy from Wanted was gonna play Professor X. Right?
Killed it, buddy. Killed it.
And what he did in Split was fucking amazing, man.
Like 17 different people, man.
So good his performance, so good.
It's just like Keanu Reeves isn't that type of actor, man.
I agree.
Everybody wants to cast him and everything. No, man, just no.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Carl Urban would have been better.
But if they want to do a little race swapping, then Idris Elba could go ahead.
Dude, whenever there's a casting thing, Idris Elba is always one of my top people on the fucking list to be cast. Yep. I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic. He's on the top of my list.
He can play anything, man. He can play anything.
Yeah, because he's got that look, man. He's got that fucking look. Like if you want to make a black Superman, he can do it. You want a black James Bond, he can fucking do it. Did you hear? I heard a rumor that his character is coming back to Thor 4.
Oh yeah, Heimdall.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Let me see if I can find.
I was reading something there too about how they're showing how she's gonna get the hammer. I saw that briefly on one of those YouTubers, but I didn't click on it.
Someone said there was a picture of her as Thor, and she looked buffed up. She looked good.
Yeah, I think these are the pictures right here. I got set pictures here. We hit over 100 viewers, by the way.
Nice.
Good job.
So these are the Natalie Portman. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
She's flying or something. Look like she's a blue man.
Look like she's having a fucking seizure. Somebody having a seizure.
Most likely some kind of power. Yeah.
But that's Hela. Why are they showing Hela?
I don't know.
Maybe Hela's coming back. That's from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna they're gonna go back a little bit. I don't
Do some
fucking know.
flashbacks or something, maybe.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, probably. I hope they do bring Hela back. Dude, I liked Hela a lot.
Yeah, so did I.
She looked fucking fine in that little thing. I was like, damn.
Fuck yeah, man.
Damn, she looked good.
Yeah, I don't know where I
Hey,
seen
I'm
that.
about to show you a picture now. So you ain't gonna believe this.
Go ahead. How many? You got 2 more super chats there, Rob.
Really? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Jake came in. I'm proud of Jake, man. He's been on topic all night.
Good job, Jake.
See what happens when we get him away from Adam? If you told me Ted Theodore Logan was going to be one of the best action movies of all time, I would have laughed at your face too. What's Ted? Okay, that's an Adam thing. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about unless you guys do.
I have no idea.
Ted Theodore Logan was going to be in the best. I get it. He's talking about John Wick. He's talking about Ted from Bill and Ted. So yeah. Hey, I solved a Jake question. I didn't need Adam. Yay. But yeah, for real though, Jake, I agree with you on that one. And then Devontae says Loki mentioned Heimdall in the Loki trailer, so maybe that's how he's gonna come back. Heimdall. I still can't pronounce the name right.
Heimdall.
Man, you know my cracker ass can't say that.
Damn.
Yeah. No, they'll most likely just, as far as Loki's concerned, they'll just set the stage of, like kind of like how Doctor Strange kind of, they kind of introduced the multiverse, right? And just kind of like mentioned it and kind of showed you different dimensions and just gave you a little like introduction into a new idea. And I think that's how Loki's going to do time travel and the time travel agency and impossible different timelines and how that works. Just to wet your tip, just to give you a little bit of insight in there.
I love when my tip is wet.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's always good to have a wet tip. Well, you needed a wet tip for the boner we got in WandaVision, but are they gonna like write like Danny? I'll agree with you. It would be kick-ass if freaking Loki went into different movies and you saw him like what they did with a box of chocolates with the green screen into. You know what I mean? Like putting him in different movies and stuff and seeing that he actually was involved in somehow or some form and doing this all grandiose, badass, awesome show, but they're not.
You know what I would like them to do? And this is just me wanting a kind of fan theory about it for a minute, even though I wouldn't be upset if it doesn't happen. I want him to go through other dimensions and collect the Infinity Stones and put together his own Infinity Gauntlet.
God, I hope not.
I want them to bring back the fucking Infinity Stones. I just don't think.
Same here.
It's like I love the Infinity Stones. Like, what are you gonna do other than Galactus? That's gonna be bigger than that, man.
No. Well, okay. Galactus is like level 1 cosmic being. Now they even mentioned the Living Tribunal. Okay, there are other big boys in the market. Okay, Galactus, he's like level 1 boss. Okay, he's something the Fantastic Four can find fun with, or maybe his Shadow, or whatever the hell. But there are other big boys they could play with. And Dormammu is beyond Galactus.
Yeah, but he was beat like nothing in fucking Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they kind of. At least we got more than his Shadow. Okay, at least we got more than his shadow. Okay, we only got his face, but at least we got more than his freaking shadow. It depends what they do. I don't know how far they're gonna go with this, man. WandaVision could have been WandaVision was not supposed to be, but should have been. All right, we're ready to play ball, guys. The next shows we got going. You think WandaVision was good? You don't know what's coming, and they should have had. That last 2 episodes should have been a humongous finale.
You gotta remember now, this is the first time the MCU, and Rob made this point before we came on, had a crack at the TV world. So,
but I don't believe that. The TV world is no different. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything, though. When you come from how many freaking movies, a TV show is like nothing. You know what I mean?
Not
it's
necessarily.
two completely different
They
things,
made
man.
the show like a movie, though. TV shows today are proven. They're making TV shows like movie productions now.
but
They're just chopping them up and giving them. That's why we have 10 episodes now.
But it's so much different though, because you have to write enough material for so many episodes. So basically, it's what, like 3 movies chopped into pieces, and then you have like for most part TV, you have different directors for each episode. Then you have the showrunner. Then you have different writers. It's a lot different. You got to make sure everybody's on the same page.
They don't have to do that, though. They don't have to do that. Different directors for different episodes. They choose to do that. Okay. Second of all, you're talking about they have to write all this content. Look how much content we got with WandaVision. It was full of hot air every single episode. Okay, we didn't actually get a lot of content in those episodes. It was all filler, and a couple main points.
I disagree with that, man.
Give me an example.
I've seen a show with a lot of filler, and I didn't see any filler in WandaVision. Mandalorian is filled with filler. Every fucking week. Oh, I got to go do this, but before I do this, I need to go get this for you so I can do that. And then nothing adds up. Like season 1 had 3 to 4 episodes of just filler. Season 2 had less filler, but there was still like 3 episodes of filler. At least with WandaVision, you might not like the first couple episodes, but each one of those episodes are linked to something that is important later on. So
please explain to me what episode 1, 2, and 3 were linked to, because they were linked to absolutely nothing.
Episode 1 was when you had the introduction to her in this world. Okay, then we had the whole thing where Mr. Hart was choking, right? He was choking. Which meant nothing, but for a minute there, Wanda just stood there and zoomed, and you could tell by the look on the people's faces when the chick who plays Kitty in that 70s show is just laughing, stop it. And you could tell these people aren't normal people. It was when you start to piece together that there was something wrong in this world. Episode 2 takes a step further with that, with the beekeeper, and then the rewind. And then episode 3, it was when we get into each episode links into something. It's going more and more. You might not like the way it was produced, but I can honestly sit there and say, I don't think there was a filler episode. And I didn't like episode 2 or 3, but I wouldn't say they were filler.
1, 2, and 3 could have been one episode. Can you give me that? 1, 2, and 3 could have been honestly one episode.
I'll give you one.
All that stuff.
I give you one.
Okay, an hour. It could have been 1 hour, one or 50-minute, whatever. One episode. That should have been the premiere right there. And then you lead into the whole snap, blip, post blip stuff storyline.
Thing with Cobra Kai though, because Cobra Kai has like these short little 30-minute episodes, and you can be like, well, everything in episode 2 and 4 could have been in the same episode. Like you can say that with so many different things though. But when you compare this to Mandalorian, and I love Mandalorian, I think this was a better written show than Mandalorian, both season 1 and season 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I get you. And I still think, like I said, it would have paid off better. And I truly believe people would liked it better if they would have went further with WandaVision. You can say, well, it's just my opinion about that. And you can say that. But I truly believe that they just basically gave us bare minimum on this. Some of the theories that I was saying, I mean, dude, they were exciting theories and they fit the storyline. They fit in there. I wasn't just making up things. I was looking deep into this. It's like, wow, I really see something that possibly could be here. That could be badass.
I'm sorry. But you said Tony Stark was going to show up, and that did not fit the story.
Here's the thing, and
Multiverse.
I almost messaged LDG because he pissed me off, man. Because the whole show, I never once paid attention to that fucking mailman until he said something about that mailman, and I'm like.
Anto had the same thing about the pineapple, bro.
He'll get you, man.
Same fucking thing,
He'll get you. That's one of his powers. He'll get you with that bullshit. You be like,
the night
the purple man. I'm like the purple man.
The night he was talking about the pineapple, I was like, "Oh fuck this bullshit, bro!" And then I woke up in the morning and I was thinking about what he showed me in his face, and I'm like, wait a minute, maybe there was something to the pineapple.
That's-
And I went back.
Never once did I care about that fucking mailman. I just assumed, oh, he's playing a character like everybody else. And then after he said it, the last 3 episodes of the show, especially the season finale, where he's like, "Don't shoot the messenger." I'm like, what did he mean? What did he mean? So like. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the average person was like me. They're not paying attention to all these little things. They're just watching it. And then you get someone like you with this fucking crazy-ass theory, and you're like,
okay,
I see everything different now.
You keep saying, okay, and you guys are saying this. The people like me, listen, you're the people that I would, if we would have found out the mailman was Doctor Strange, if we found out Dottie was Captain America, Captain Marvel, you're the people that would have been like, didn't see it coming. Would have been completely, oh shit, why did I miss that? And you know what I mean? That's what I would love to have seen from WandaVision. You know what I mean?
I know. That's why you didn't like it, because you didn't get that moment.
He was hoping for an M. Night Shyamalan type reveal at the end of WandaVision.
The first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem, LDG. You have to admit it.
I got 2 super chats I gotta get to. One comes from New for Rufus, who says John Travolta as Kraven the Hunter. No.
What the hell?
No. Hell no.
Way too old.
And then we got a big ass super chat coming in from Strike First Entertainment. What's good, guys? Doing good over here. You heard about Marvel may have Deadpool take over the Stan Lee's cameo. That would actually be good. That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I always said that Deadpool was the perfect character to be a mix. He's the perfect character to show up on other people's movies, to be the wild card character. I would totally be down for that. Totally down for that. He fits the part. He can play different. You know, he's very versatile, and can just show up, do what he needs to do, and be out. No questions asked. Complete wild card. I would love to see Deadpool. And I definitely want to see more of Deadpool.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it would fit pretty well. I'm trying to think of someone else who could probably take over Stan Lee's cameo. I almost said Joe Quesada, but not a lot of people like Joe Quesada.
But don't get me wrong. I still want them to do what they did, like what they did. Did you watch the new Bill and Ted's movie and how they put Rufus in there still?
No.
That Rufus had a cameo in the new movie, even though he's dead. They did a great job with it. It was realistic. It was quick. It was in and out. It was just like those Stan Lee cameos. I hope they still have Stan Lee. Find a way to still put him in there. Okay, don't replace him. If you want to add Deadpool as a wild card, I'm down for it. He's the perfect character to do it, but do not get rid of Stan Lee cameos, please, somehow.
What I think they should do is almost do like a CGI Stan Lee, like they did with Tarkin, but you don't have to make him talk. Just do like a Where's Waldo? Where's Stan Lee? Like, just have him like walk across screen, like there's fucking Stan. Like, you don't have to have him talk.
Mm-hmm.
Just
there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. They can make them talk now, though. Having them talk, like they have audio faking now, like deep fake. They have audio deep fake now. Mm-hmm. They can do it. They have plenty of audio of him talking. They can have him saying whatever the hell he wants him to say. Don't get rid of it. Don't replace him.
I agree. I think they need to. I mean, if they want to swap him out with Deadpool, that's fine. I just don't understand. I don't see how Deadpool would fit in every movie where Stan Lee wasn't in every movie, and plus it was revealed in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 he was working with
the Watchers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
and Stan Lee didn't affect the storyline. He was in and out. I don't. If you're going to use Deadpool, I don't want to see Deadpool as an in and out character.
It would be
you're going to make him a wild card. I want him to actually do something. No matter how small it is, the person who saves the day or does this or does that, but do something. I wouldn't want to see Deadpool as a Where's Waldo moment. That would ruin Deadpool.
It would be distracting. Like out of nowhere, something Deadpool just shows up and goes, "Well, guys, I think I just pooped my pants." Like it would just be weird, man. Did you guys remember? I don't know if you guys seen Logan in theaters when they had the Deadpool mini short before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was so distracting because
Mhm.
Logan was a rated R hard ass movie, you know, with a lot of motion and violence, and the Deadpool short was like the complete opposite of that. I just don't think Deadpool would work in cameo type thing and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't want to see it either. I don't want.
It has to be
I'm with you
very,
guys.
it has to be very well placed. Very well placed. You just couldn't throw it in there for comic relief. It has to be something that would make sense with the story.
Yeah, that's why I'm with you guys. Where I think maybe they should just CGI Stanley. You know,
Yeah.
just CGI him in there.
Yeah, I was actually kind of sad that he didn't have any kind of mention or appearance in WandaVision. You know, like
maybe he did. We just missed it. I gotta watch again.
Man's like, I hate this show. I'm gonna watch it again.
It was in the office.
Frame.
They could also do like a scroll type thing.
Oh, where Stan Lee was a scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's plenty of different things they could do with that.
Out of all the theories, the badass ones, the cute ones, the ones that we knew never were going to happen, the fucking scroll theory was right. And it was only right for 5 fucking seconds. Like literally. Okay? 5 seconds we got of scroll.
Yeah, but
that
a lot
one
of people
was right.
A lot of people are saying the scroll was Hayward, and I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do that because
I
didn't like the fact that to me it was like if they made Hayward a scroll, then it's like you're doing the same thing they did in Civil War where Hydra took over S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff like that, and I just I didn't see them doing that again.
Oh, and who was the one? Oh yeah. Who was the one who got me on the picture frames or hexagon on the picture frames on the walls on Hayward's wall? It's a hexagon.
Okay, I got
Thank you. You are responsible to some of my madness. Okay, because that was like one of the first hooks in my mouth. That when that like turned my head, that's one of the things that got me going.
So Ando's responsible for creating the
some of it.
He's partially responsible. Yes, he is.
All right.
Okay, I'll show you again. Okay, this picture would not be possible if it wasn't for fucking Anzo.
Hey, baby girl's in here. Yeah, we got over 100 viewers. Let's try to get more likes.
What's up, guys?
56 likes. Jake said it would be a palate cleanser. For the plot at hand. What's he referring
What's
to?
that?
The Deadpool cameo? I don't
a palate cleanser. Yeah, having Deadpool pop in. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be. It'd be a little ginger.
Yeah, but
sure.
it would take over because one of my biggest problems with Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was there were some real sad emotional spots in that movie, and then like 5 seconds later, somebody's telling a joke. You know, it's like your mom died. I put a tumor in her head, but then he turns to David Hasselhoff like 2 seconds later. I'm like, how am I supposed to feel sad? We just said something devastating. I don't know. I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Yeah.
I like the stone scene.
The stone scene.
Wasn't that the one with the stones? The guy was talking about the Power Stone.
No, that's the first one.
That was the first one.
First one. Okay.
The first one is amazing. The first Guardians of the Galaxy is so good.
Yeah.
Second one, they just ruined it. They turned Drax into comic relief.
That was the biggest thing that pissed me off.
Me too.
Like, I don't mind if he has some funny moments, but they turned that motherfucker into a clown, man.
Sitting there eating a fucking potato chips, talking about he invisible or some shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker wanted to kill Thanos in the first movie, and now he's sitting there going, I'm moving so slow. That I'm invisible, right? It's so stupid. It's like they did the same thing with the character in Stranger Things. The sheriff, David Harbour, right? In the first 2 seasons, like he was this sheriff, like he was like this badass that was real like mature and stuff. And then in season 3 and 4, he's making jokes and shit. I'm like, they turned him into Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I didn't like when they did that.
I don't know why they do that with characters, man. Devin says, how about a giant statue of Stan Lee in every film? Like how would you show a statue of Stan Lee in every film? Like, that would just be weird. Like hold on, guys. We got to cut to this statue.
Right, because there's this. If they go to space, you're telling me they're gonna have a statue of Stanley in space somewhere. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
yeah, it'll be easier to just do the. You can still have his cameos in there, guys. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh, they could have it floating next to Elon Musk's car.
have it on the dashboard of Quill's plane.
It'd be a little bobblehead.
right. Excelsior. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the show because we went an hour and 15 minutes. Be sure to check out these guys' channel. Anzo's on a roll right now. This man hit like over 4. When you doing your 400 celebration now? You just did your 300.
I'm waiting until I get 500. Then I'll do the celebration. Yeah.
Okay. And you only got like what, 46 left to go? Less
than that. I was at 20 more. Then I lost some subs, so I'm at 478. So 22 more subs, guys, to reach 500. Please, if anybody in here is not sub, please sub to the channel. You guys will enjoy it. We do some good stuff over there.
The link to Anzo, LDG, and Danny's YouTube channel is in the description box. So just click the description. The links to everybody's in there. Just click it and subscribe. I lost 30 subscribers today because apparently my WandaVision is a massive failure. People didn't watch the video. They just unsubbed.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if they would have watched the video, they would have seen that you were fucking with them.
I know, but people don't.
The question mark wasn't big enough.
Yeah,
you got to make that font bigger.
Yeah. Fuck me, you know. Well, all right, guys. Until next time, Adam should be back tomorrow, so all you Adam lovers should be happy. Until next time, guys.
Peace. See you guys.